All right. First of all, welcome, bro. If you click this video, probably, first of all, you're a smart guy. Second of all, you probably saw my Instagram, saw my YouTube, saw some pieces of content that you thought cool, and you ended up on this video, or I did a direct message to you because I thought it would be a good opportunity for you to check out, right? So I'm Leo. I'm 21. I am in the online business space. I've been in the online business space for 3 years. I've tried it all. I've tried every bullshit business model. So I'm just going to go right away at the beginning of the video and tell you that I've tried everything. And if you are here because you also don't really understand how to start, you try trading, or maybe you heard about trading AI, dropshipping, all these different things, I'm here to tell you, not that it's all bullshit, of course, because these things do work, but there is a way that is way faster, takes way less time, doesn't take as many skills, doesn't take that money that you need to actually start a business, that allowed me to live life on my own terms. I'm not a millionaire. I don't make 50K a month, but I live with total location and time freedom, meaning that I don't need to tell my boss, oh, can I take a week off this summer to go on vacation, or I don't need to clock in at 7, clock out at 5 or at 6 or at 7. I live completely on my own terms. I do whatever I want, and I end up getting paid most of the time, unless you're working for Apple, more than 9 to 5. And it really does depend on how much I work and how much I want to work in that moment. It is that cool. It sounds like it's not real, but the cool thing it is. You know, even when I talk about it, it feels like it's not real. So if you are here, hang on there, because you're about to get in a treat where I'm going to basically explain to you how to get started, how this actually works, how it worked out for me after trying countless things, and how it can work out for you to have time, location freedom without having a business, without spending ridiculous amounts of money, and without basically doing backflips. All right. So yeah. Let's directly get into it. So as I said, I'm 21. I'm nobody special. I'm literally nobody special. I dropped out of high school. I never wanted to really study or have a teacher tell me what to do. I always did things on my own. I have a lot of different problems, a lot of different traits, like every single human being. So I'm no one crazy that you should be there and think that I have it all figured out, because I don't. I just wanted to make money online. Okay. I'm not a millionaire, as I already said. So if you want to make millions, probably don't come to me. And I don't make 50K a month. So if you want to make 50K a month, don't come to me, because I don't want to practice. I only practice what I preach and preach what I practice. All right. But if you do want to make an extra amount of money online and start making money online the best way, this is the video for you. All right. So I'll keep this very, very simple. You don't have a business to start. You don't have money that you can lose or can't lose, because you won't be investing money into this business, because there is no business, and you only need time, a laptop, and just one skill, one ability that we already use every single day. So it's actually something that you already are using, but you don't even know about it, that actually pays, and it pays a lot. All right. As I said, I've been doing this for a couple of years. I've had a marketing agency, it didn't work out. I started then using this skill for one of my clients, and it worked out way better than using different skills for that marketing agency, and it got me to where I am right now, right? So as I said, I don't have an office, I don't have a boss. This is my room. I'm working from here, but a week ago I was working in Greece. I was in Greece. So wherever I am, however, in whatever way, even just with my phone, I'm doing this. And this thing that actually bought me, right? Because I can tell you that it bought me, this Rolex, that it bought me my car, that it bought me a lot of different things that I liked, that I did, but it actually bought me as a number one thing, time, right? This skill bought me time. So time to, of course, build a physique that I've built as of now, time to actually travel around the world, go around places, go to nice places, eat at nice places as well. All these things thanks to the skill. So if you do want to make your first, as I said, 1,500 to 5,000 a month online, I have people that have made even more. I've made more, but I want to keep it realistic for you. All right. Because I know that you guys don't trust online people and everything. So I want to keep it realistic. If you want to make your first 1,500 to 5K a month online, without a 9 to 5, without having a business, with the ability to work wherever you want, this is the video for you, right? And I'm not telling you to start a business. I already said that. So it's not building any product. It's not going through any AI. It's not finding clients by yourself. It's not any single thing that is seen as hard. This is not it. You have no customer service. You have no team. You are just yourself. And what basically this has to do, and no, it's not course selling, even though the slide says every guy on your feed selling a dream has a course to sell. But the skill is actual ability of sales, high ticket sales, right? So every guy on your feed, as said here, has a course to sell, meaning Iman Ghazi, Sebastian Gorju, Mark Hustle, like everybody you probably know about, Ben Azulai, Jeremy Lee Minor, just every single guy online, even fitness guys, like even fitness gurus like Anatoly, for example, that I worked with, the guy that does the pranks with as the gender, they all have something to sell. They have either a course to sell, a program to sell, or a service to sell as well, right? Like, for example, even a car salesman has something to sell, which is a car, right? And they're very good at selling you the dream of being a business owner, or having a good physique, or they're all selling something, right? And these courses or these programs, or just in general, this product that you have online doesn't sell itself. Like, the person doesn't go directly and sell themselves everything. They have somebody that gets a commission on every sale, and it's full-time income, meaning, it's an income that you actually make full-time if you want to work full-time, but you can also work part-time on it. That basically does the deal for every single one of these people, right? And this is called a salesman, right? You probably already know about it, but the thing is, the crack in the system is that before, salesmen only had to be offline. Now it's only online, right? Anyone with something to sell needs someone to sell it, whether it's private jets, whether it's cars, whether it's a house. That's why there's real estate people that sell houses. There's always someone that needs people to sell and have the ability to sell, right? This is probably already something but nobody buys a $40,000 car from a website. They buy it by talking to somebody, by having the human touch. And this is where it comes to play. It moved everything online. Everything moved in a way where you talk to people not in real life, so you don't have to go anywhere. You do it all from your laptop. And there are two specific roles that people are asking for. There's a role for somebody that wants to start even from zero, that knows absolutely nothing about sales, maybe can't even talk, like, is super shy. I've had so many people that I've talked to that are super shy and don't know how to start, that went and started as an appointment setter, right? So these are people that set appointments. These are people that end up finding people that want to buy a specific product. They set an appointment so that the person can see the product and buy the product, and they get a percentage and a commission for every close that is set. And then there is the remote closer, right? Remote closer is once the appointment setter books someone. So let's say I'm interested in a car. I booked an appointment to see the car so I can buy it. If then the closer, the person that comes to me with the car, shows me the car and tells me, okay, you want to buy it? I'm like, yeah. If he closes the deal, the appointment setter gets a commission, the remote closer gets a commission, right? Usually for an appointment setter is 5%, and for a closer is 10%, right? This is what a setter does: answers messages, qualifies them, books the call. Sounds super easy, which it actually is. Setting is very, very easy. Closing is more taking the call, understanding the person, and closing the deal. As I said, there's no real life thing involved. As of now, most of the things are done online, whether it's selling a course, a program, a service, really anything is done online. You just need the company that is looking for people like you, which there are literally infinite, right? So to make you understand what you can actually make in both roles, right? Whether you want to just start as a setter and just start from nothing, and actually not even use the skill of sales that much, is more of a skill of qualifying people and using a bit of sales just to make sure that the prospect is qualified. You ask the right questions and you get them to book an appointment with the closer. A setter can end up making, let's say, if you're selling a product that is worth $3,000, which is the average when it comes to products online. If your commission is 5%, which is the usual commission for a setter, you have 100 is a lot. Let's say you have 50 combos per day. So 50 people that you call up to set an appointment. And these are all people that come to you. They're inbound leads, so leads that the company gives you. You don't have to go and find leads for yourself. You don't have to go knocking on doors and on that. And you book, let's say, 5 calls. We can say 6 or 5 calls. And if those are closed, let's say 1, right? And you work, for example, 20 days per month. So, 10 days you basically take off. You end up making $3,000 per month, right? Because if you close basically one deal out of 5 bookings every single day, that's the equivalent of 3K, because you generated $60,000. 5% is $3,000, all right? As a closer, instead, if you actually really want to make a lot of money right away, and this is done with 2-3 hours a day, by the way, as a setter, as a closer, if you want to make a lot of money, and this is really where the gold mine is, but of course you learn the skill of sales first. If you have the same product of 3,000 and your commission is 10%, so you have double the commission, and let's say you take 9 is a lot, right? Let's say you would just want to work like 3 or 4 hours a day, so 3 hours a day, 5 calls, and your closing rate, let's say it's pretty bad. 20% is not that good at all, like meaning you close 1 every 5 people. If you work even here 20 days per month, you end up making 6K. Let's say you want to work more. I don't know, you want to work 20, like basically all the time of the month, you make 7.8K, right? If you want to work, let's say 15 days, then of course it's all proportionate to how much you work, how many calls you take. Because you can even be working 20 days a month and take 10 calls per day, basically working full time. This is what you can make. Instead, if you want to work in more part-time and take less, like 4 calls per day, this is what you can make. But you see, the amount of time you put in is worth way more than a normal 9 to 5, because you're doing 1 call. That 1 call makes you close a 3K deal. Boom, you just made $300, right? You take four of those calls per day and you close 1 per day. That's $300 a day, right? So as I said, you only need really one good client to work with, right? There are so many companies out there. I've worked with so many companies because there's just so many that want people that are either closers or setters to work in their funnel and to work to sell their product. You only need one good one to start, and that's it. As I said, you have no business. You have no people that, are asking you to fulfill a service, to build a product. You're building no product, fulfilling no service. You're already selling somebody else's product that already is working already as well. You're working with people that the company gives you, so leads that are already interested. And whether you're a setter, you book them in an appointment, and if you're a closer, you close them for the deal. You hop on a call with them, you show them the product. You're like, okay, do you have any questions? Do you understand? Do you think this is something for you? Yes, no, yes. Okay, perfect. Let's go. And you close them. That is literally it, right? As I said before, I get asked for salespeople every single week. Like every day, for example, I can even show, because I really have nothing to hide. I can show people that text me on Instagram, people that, ask me if I have roles. One guy, for example, that asked me a team of salespeople. His name is Daryl. He's a good friend of mine. Daryl Tufekci. You can check him out on Instagram. He's got 1.6 million followers, right? This is him, and he's a good friend of mine. I always come to him and see him, and we always talk. He asked me a couple of days ago that he needed some salespeople, right? And I'm trying to find the message where he actually asked it to me. But basically, what he needed was one closer and one setter that basically I ended up placing from my network that are going to start working for his product. He's selling more in the finance niche. I already had people placed for him years ago, and now he needs some more people for his team to actually sell his product, and these people are going to be making a lot of money, right? So this is, for an example, I have a lot of different other companies that are actually looking for salespeople, and I end up placing them, right? As I said, it's a job. It is a remote job, right? It's not a business, but it's a job that you can do wherever you want, however you want. That is a cool thing about it, is that you don't need to be on Zoom calls all the time with a team. You only take the Zoom calls with the client to close the deal, so to make money right then in that instant. And when you're not doing that, you can do whatever you want. You can take the rest of the day off. You can go on vacation. You can go and do whatever hobby you like. Live life on your term. Okay. And as I said, I opened a market agency in the past. I did a bunch of different businesses in the past. I did reselling, I did Amazon FBA, then the market agency. It all went nowhere, right? This is for me to tell you, even if you are all mesmerized by the new AI stuff, by the trading stuff, trust me. I tried trading as well. Trust me, you're going to end up losing money in the short term. If you're okay with losing a lot of money in the short term and waiting 6 to 12 months to make it work like it did for me, cool, that's fine. If you are looking to actually make something that works right away, that gets you money right away, that doesn't take money to start because it isn't a business, then you roll with me, right? So for me, it was pretty linear. It was 2K, then 4K. And it took me a year and a half to actually get to my top, which was 15,000 euros. Sorry, 13,000 euros, which is $15,000 in a month. And I was both setting and closing. So I was really working like a madman, and I ended up making this. But you don't have to work, 12 hours a day. You can even work 3, 4 and end up making, as we saw before with a calculator, less. But less still means 4, 5, 6K working from wherever you want, however you want. For me, it was personally like this, right? And I'd be 10 times further if I started with this 2 years earlier. So I started with this at the end when it was 17/18. Now I'm 21. So I've been doing it for some time. Now I'm also managing teams. I'm also doing different things, but still active in the sales space. When I started the actual online space, like at 15, 16, I don't even know where I'd be right now, right? But I would be definitely way further. As I told you, man, I'm not a guru. I'm not a millionaire. I live life on my terms. I have a normal car. It's a normal BMW. This is my car. I have a watch, yeah, that I decided to buy because I like the watch, which, is an investment for me. When I want to rent a cool car, like a very cool car, I go to the different places. I rent, Porsches. I rent, this was an M5 with my bro Elias, who's a friend of mine, who's also in the network. He has an AMG at home. So, that's just an example of him. And that's the life that I decided to do. This is a Rolex with a girl. We were like basically joking around. And what I've been able to do is, since I have so many companies that are looking to basically get me as their salesperson, but I don't have the time, for example, Daryl, for example, sales recruiters, for example, other companies. I work with a lot of so many different companies and so many different niches that I have a lot of contacts. I've been able to train and place people, young guys that actually want to make money online, in these positions to actually make money. Examples can be Jill's, examples can be Massimo, examples can be Ricardo and Ilias, who's the guy that I showed you before, who's a good friend of mine. Here's all the proof. All these are screenshots from the network. For example, Massimo, he's at around 1.5K, which is a normal, pay in Italy. Then, for example, Ricardo in the US in a week, in his first week, made 1.5K USD. Jill's is now sales manager at his best month ever in sales. He made 9.7, and on and on and on. And for example, Davide, who is only 18, you can go and check him out on Instagram, Davide Bruz. He made 5 point some. I don't know why he obscured the rest of the numbers, but he made 5K plus in a month with basically his company last month, right? This is a screenshot from last month. We all speak in Italian in this group because we're friends, but he's one of the students. He's one of the guys that started last summer. You can also see his testimonial on my YouTube of him when he was still at 1.52K a month. Now he got to 5, all thanks to this model, right? And without a business, without spending money, spending time on random stuff. All right. So, this is why I have a network. This is why everybody knows each other. This is why we're friends, because you're some of the 5 people you spend the most time with. And I decided to make not a course, but a network of like-minded guys pushing each other to the limit, where basically everybody helps each other. As I said, we're all in groups. We all see each other all the time. We do meetups, we do events, and I train every single one of these people, and I place them directly basically in a position that is the best for them. So based on you, based on whatever you're doing, I place you in a position, right? This is called Sales Elite. This is my network, my personal network. We're over 60 guys, and we're all in either company or they're still in the training phase. And we're all a network where we all help each other, whether it's business, whether it's life, whether it's fitness, whether it's everything. So you never feel lonely while you are doing basically the work to actually get started in sales and make money with sales. All right. Every result I showed you came through this program, came through Sales Elite. It came through because I did it in the first place. I tried in the first place. I did so much bullshit, so many wrong things. I fucked up so many times that I've been able to find the good formula to actually make you from zero, from not knowing anything about sales, to getting placed directly to work with a client in 45 days, right? So as I said, a community of like-minded guys, one-on-one training with me, 30 hours of content, placement in an account, which is basically a sales account for a company, all this guaranteed. If you get on a call with me or you get a call with my business partner, I'll look at your situation and write you a plan, see exactly where you are, see where you can be if we actually work together and basically make it real. All right. So you can, of course, I can click it for you, but you can click down below on the YouTube to book a free call, or we can directly talk on text if I texted you. So I'm gonna send you the link to book a call, either with me or with Ricardo. And then from there, we can actually see if there's something for you and if it's actually something that you want to do and you see yourself in doing. If you do see yourself with the other guys that I showed you, their results, my life, and etc., then this is exactly for you.